Yes, sir.
Good evening. Hello, everyone. It's your boy Mide here. Welcome to the Football Amigos show. They have the trios, of course, as always.
Predictions for week 7, amigos. Like, share, and subscribe. Let us know what your predictions are. We will start with Arsenal moving on to playing Southampton on Saturday. Ayo, your thoughts on that game? Seems to me that Arsenal might find this very easy based on previous results from a Southampton perspective.
That's the hope. Yeah, they South Africa had a disastrous start to the season, and all indication is they're going to be relegated. So, based on that, I can expect a more comfortable game, and maybe Raya keeps a clean sheet, and we have like 3-0.
Do we see Waneri actually start this game?
Very possible. This is a game I think he's suited for. I think Southampton are at the level where he would have a field day, but he does need minutes. And just to go back on what you said about how Arsenal feel about him, I think having him there, having sold Smith Rowe and sent Vieira on loan, that tells you how much belief or confidence Arteta has in his ability. And I think we'll start seeing him more. We just have to appreciate the fact that he's only 17 years old and they have to manage that transition, especially not just in terms of pressure, but also in terms of physicality. You don't want serious injury on a player like that. Yeah.
No, I agree. Good. Amigos, let us know your thoughts about how that game will go. Are we going to see a 5-0 game? Is it going to be a high scoring, or is Southampton going to surprise us? We'll see. You never know. It's a Premier League. Interesting things always happen. We move on to our second game for week 7 weekend coming up this weekend. Liverpool will be playing. Sam, remind me, who's Liverpool playing again?
Crystal Palace.
Yes, away. Liverpool's going to be playing away in that game. Your thoughts on that? Basically, being the fact that Crystal Palace really haven't started the season well. What are your thoughts?
It still doesn't matter because we have to be mindful. We're not doing well when it comes to away. So far, I think we could do better. We can do better. Keep clean sheet. Crystal Palace is not doing well. I really don't think Olise leaving will cause them to fall apart. I don't know why they're falling apart, but we have an history. I think they beat us at Anfield in April. So we last time we went to their field, we beat them. So I I see us winning the game, but I like to be factual and honest. Liverpool doesn't do well with away these days, and even home as well. We not still scoring goals.
So you're just saying like Liverpool don't do well.
I know.
I We're on top of the
That's
table,
top of
but
the league, man.
I know,
Swagger, yeah.
I know. Maybe I'm having too much expectations, like Man United fans. Seriously, but I look at some of these games. Uh, I don't want an easy path to. Oh, well, not an easy path. I look at some of these games. I don't want a we somehow brute force and won the game and we go. Just like England in the last Euro. Somehow they will win. And one thing about result like that is when the deal come, when the deadline comes, like the day that you really, really going against top notch team, that's when all your butt opens up. Excuse my lack of proper description. So let's start killing games. That's what I'm saying. My prediction definitely see a win for us, but it might be a 1-0 or maybe 2-1 again.
It'll be interesting. I think Crystal Palace have some room for improvement. Some of their selections up front, there's a there's a confusion with Oliver Glasner playing Kamada and also Ismail Assar. Personally, I think he starts Ismail Assar over him. I think they have a good chemistry there, but I think they need to start playing the way they played towards the end of last season, which, if they do, will be very interesting for Liverpool, to be honest. I could see a draw in that game, personally, but then Liverpool can happen. Ah, yeah, you're going to see something.
Well, listen, man.
He's on another level right
That
now.
boy is special. Mm,
He is. He is. I
yeah.
can't wait to see him against our sorry the Champions League game coming up soon in a week.
I dread seeing him. Yeah.
I would love to see him.
I can't wait to not see him.
Amigo, let us know
uh,
your predictions for
yeah.
Liverpool Crystal Palace on Saturday.
Mhm.
Liverpool is playing away in that game. We'd like to hear your thoughts. Quick shout out to Chelsea. Chelsea's playing Nottingham Forest as well. They're actually playing on a Sunday
Mhm.
right after a United game. I feel like this would be a tough game for Chelsea, but I also feel Chelsea's quality has been showing. Cole Palmer is on a different level right now. He is playing like a I don't want to say the world class just yet, but his performances are leaning towards becoming world class. You can only play who's in front of you. Sam, seems
Who's
like you
the
have a thought
best?
on him.
Who's the best player right now? In terms of best player in Premier League right now.
In terms of performance, Ayo, I
Yeah.
will let you go first.
I would say with all these things, they're highly subjective. And you almost have to be location specific. Cole Palmer has been playing as a second striker. Like that's really the thing. And what they figured out towards last season that he's better in the half spaces as opposed to being
Hmm.
an outright winger. And they're
Hmm.
building on that this season and it's showing its effectiveness. So, but if you want to put someone in that half space, if you just need him to be offensive, then he's best. If you want him to control the game, then you're looking for like it's just so football is such a dynamic game that in terms of the best player, the player who like affects all games, all phases of play, like you think of Rodri, first of all. Now he's gone, like because even Chelsea right now, if you take, I think Sancho has been incredible so far. No offense to what's it called to
United.
my
The
United.
system, no, the system fits him, Ayo. You're right. The
Yeah,
system fits him. That's
yeah,
the problem. That's the
but
thing.
in terms of tying players to play together, Sancho has been incredible. Caicedo has been immense, absolutely immense. You take those players out, can Cole Palmer is Cole Palmer afforded the freedom he is? We don't know. You changed the team that they're playing against. I can actually attack. What's it called? So, provide a sustained attack. Will Cole Palmer have the freedom? So it's like Haaland, right? In some situations, he's world class. You take a few things away, and he disappears. And I haven't seen enough. And I think we're too obsessed ever since Messi and Ronaldo with goals and assists, as opposed to your overall effect on the game. Whereas that if
Hmm.
you're and I think there's a tension between that. Regardless to say he won, what's it called? Didn't he win best player last season? Uh,
No, Foden did.
PFA.
oh, Foden. I'm sorry. I thought Palmer won something.
He won a
He
young. I think
young.
young
He won the
something.
young
He won young
one.
player. Oh, okay, he won young player of the season for a reason, and he's on track to have a production level that far surpasses what happened last season. And so, come end of the season, if this continues and this translates to great Chelsea performances, I can't think of many players that come close. Mhm,
As a reminder, he's
mhm.
benching Joao Felix and Nkuku. That's how studded that squad is. Just a
How
quick reminder,
great
as
is?
amigos.
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah,
go see in
yeah.
Cuckoo again. I can't think of how. I can't even rate him.
He's good.
He's excellent. He is
Yeah.
excellent. I really do think the person that surprises me is Sancho.
Hmm.
I mean, they didn't knew what they were finding, and I saw him at Dortmund. What's it called on the left? What's it called? Sorry, on the
Mm-hmm.
right. Last season, I thought
Mm-hmm.
he was good, but in possession, I didn't know he was this good. What's
Oh
it
yeah.
called? Where
He
it's like,
knits everything in.
yeah, I did not see that from him. I saw more of a winger behavior. What I'm saying now is really good, and uh, it begs a question: why?
Hey, have you noticed that everybody that Man United let go
Mhm.
somehow are doing well?
It's because we
Even
don't have a system for them to succeed. That's why.
Ronaldo is doing well, by
That's
the way.
why. That's
Sancho
why.
is doing well.
We
Oh
don't have a system for them to
I
succeed.
won't. I
Hmm.
won't. I won't go as far as say Ronaldo. But
Okay,
but
see Greenwood is doing well.
sorry.
Greenwood,
No, no, Mason. That's different.
Hmm.
No, no,
Different
no.
it's somebody
circumstances.
else.
Yeah, if that thing did not happen,
Hmm.
he'll
He
be
will
nailed
still
on.
be United.
He'll be
Yeah.
nailed on. It was not a case of quality. It was a case of
Drama.
drama.
Yeah.
So I'll give them a pass. Sancho is one I don't understand. I was like, you could have mended fences, and he could create. Even if you play him as a number 10, he can do a job there too. I was like, I don't
Yeah.
even like.
Yes. Yes.
I'm like, he's good.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I mean, I can't argue with you guys because as a fan, I have this reluctance in me, but as a coach, I agree with you.
Yeah,
Chelsea has a system that fits him.
yeah.
United doesn't. That's why. It's really that simple. We move on. Aston
Yes,
Villa United, they're
Mhm.
I
playing
was about
Sunday
to
at
say
8
that.
a.m. That's going to be an interesting game. We never do well in the Villa
Villa
Park.
Park.
We
Oh yeah,
never do. We don't.
really?
We
Who
some
does? Mhm.
exactly. Chelsea and Man City had an interesting game last season as
Mhm.
well, and Aston Villa have gotten better. They have better players. They have a system that works. That draw against Ipswich today, it was lapse in concentration because they came back from behind 1-0 to 2-1, and then towards the end of the game they conceded 2-2. But they missed a lot of chances as well. If they're playing the way they're playing against United, we're in trouble. We are in
That's a
trouble.
scary team.
Yeah, yeah, and again, they're in Champions League as well.
Mhm. I would say the one thing that goes against them, I don't think your squad is that deep.
Really?
I don't
I
think so.
think I think it is.
Yeah,
I
like
think it is.
I don't know.
Maybe you're talking about quality. I
Yeah,
I, I
like
agree.
like to keep to sustain the level that they're on.
Yeah.
I really do think that you take Max out, you take Watkins like it's it doesn't take much for that for them to become to go from unstoppable to very beatable. Like
Hmm.
and so that's the only thing I can go against them. So hopefully something happens during the midweek and they come out and they got to like swap players out. Yeah. Mhm.
So one thing that I noticed about Aston Villa is the fact that they play together. Like
Hmm.
I don't know what was it Emery, whatever that coach is, former Arsenal
Hmm.
coach. These so I'm all honestly, I think even if you take some players out and if they play the same formation, you will still get good results. Walk-ins, I don't know, maybe they have a good replacement for walk-ins, but they just don't have the players that you would say, oh, in the next 3 years they're gonna be the best player in the Premier League. But for some reason, they make it happen. They defend together. Like that's one thing that I like about them. Of course, Martinez is a beast. He saves them a lot. But the defense, oh my goodness, way better, so much better than top flight, top even some of the top four, top five. Definitely better defense than Liverpool's defense. I don't know which player they have.
No,
Seriously.
I think Liverpool's better. I think Liverpool's
Well,
better.
maybe I don't know what I'm
No,
talking about.
I think Liverpool's. No,
You're
no.
just
I see why you say that, but if you really think about it, Liverpool's defense is better.
Sam, what did Konate do to you? Did he break your heart?
I think I have high expectation. Way too much high expectation for this team.
No, no. I think
Be watching
Liverpool's.
Liverpool and I'm like, oh my god, what is he going to? Is he going to pass? What do Lord? It's 1-0 that we get. Don't let this guy pass
No,
to the.
no. Your team's mentality is very impressive. I think you'll be fine. I think you'll be fine.
Konate has stressed Sam out. He started saying some stuff. Like,
At least it's not Kwanzaa. It's not Kwanzaa that's shaky. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but that's another conversation for another day.
Yeah, he's a young man. He needs more time. But the time is being given to him quite a lot of times now.
Hmm.
Um, excuse me. Unlike Nat Phillips, he didn't get that much time. I think Nat
Hmm.
Phillips would have been a better player right now if he'd been given that much time.
Hmm.
Kwanzaa, I don't know what it is with him. He just lacks confidence.
Oh.
Um, he's got the intelligence, but eh, I like the way he stays behind players. But I don't know what the deal is with. He's just hopping sometimes when you don't need
He,
him to.
yeah, his reading of the game needs to improve, and I think that comes with age and
Mm,
experience. I
yeah.
think that's what I've noticed about him. Quick shout out to your teams being in the Europe before we wrap up today. Ayo, Arsenal is playing PSG in the Champions League this week. Liverpool, who are we playing, Sam, this week from your
We're playing
perspective?
some. I think it's Cologne, Bologna, or something, some team like that.
Bologna.
Uh,
Hmm.
Bologna it should
No, no,
be
no.
a
Yes,
I'm
the
just,
decent.
I'm
Italian.
just riffing. I don't know.
Man, how you with all these games, man?
Right, right.
All these
But I
names.
mean, but and United is playing Porto away, which again, Porto didn't win last game, their last two games, so they're going through a bad spell as well too. So it's going to be a battle of the misfits at this point, which I think will be
who,
interesting. But
who is
go
Man
ahead.
United playing in the Champions League?
Not hey, see,
Oh,
I
whoa,
did
No,
not
whoa,
say
whoa.
it was just
I did
fun.
not say
Because we
Champions
said,
League. I said in
I
Europe.
was just thinking
In
because we were
Europe,
just talking about Champions League. I just wanted to,
I
just to make
said the
sure.
teams in Europe. I didn't say
I see.
How you
specifically
coming out with a dagger?
Shots fired, amigos. I know
So
United
carry
are
on.
not
Yeah.
United are not in Champions League. I know, but they are in Europa. They are in Europa League and they are playing Porto. Interesting game. I'm more interested in Arsenal PSG before we wrap up today. Ayo,
There's nothing
PSG
in
has
that
been
game.
playing well. PSG has been playing well, but I still think Arsenal should be able to get a result.
This should be. It should be. It will
I'm,
be
I'm
a.
not confident at all.
Hmm.
Really?
Not at all. Arteta has always struggled in Europe. Even when, like, it's not even the Champions League, when we were actually expected to win the Europa, you can say that we just didn't handle some of the teams. Like, we're better, but for some reason that didn't translate on the pitch. So I really have a hard time knowing, like, because we don't have much experience in the Champions League. If you think about it, it's like we have old time experience, but like this is our second season. This is a second season in the Champions League
With Arteta, I think it's the
with
third.
I
Arteta.
think it's.
I
I
don't
think
think it's
it's.
a third. Why is it?
Really? I think it's the third.
You
No, no, you're right.
got
You're right.
knocked out
Second,
It's
by
the
second,
third.
Bayern.
second, 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 first.
Hmm.
Yeah, but but
Hmm.
but yeah, but it just doesn't feel like we're super confident when it comes to Champions League games. At best we can look for is draws, but I've not seen us control a Champions League game in just the way we do it on the Premier League side. So I don't know. Like they're a great team. Like their attacking flair and their flow and just young talents that's just lethal. I can really see them putting a number on us. But we have a
Nah,
great
I don't
mentality.
see it.
I
I
don't
really
see
don't
it
see it.
either.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a
I,
three
I
one
don't
for
see it
Arsenal,
either.
or maybe three
Barcola,
zero
like Emery,
They're
PSG.
good. I'll give you that. They're
Dembele.
good. They're good, but I don't think it's gonna be. I don't. I think Arsenal will be fine.
Yeah, I think
If I
Arsenal.
think I think Arsenal will be fine.
Okay, yeah, you guys
I
have more
think
confidence than I do.
Sam, your final thoughts.
I I'm not worried about the game, the Champions League. I think it's gonna be it should be an easy week for us. But again, start getting those players in. 3 to 4 substitution with the team A, so everybody start gelling in there. Nunes is probably sick, I think. So I don't know what I think. This should be another Gakpo show, I would think. But final thought, amigo. Thank you for letting us rant, including me that I'm unhappy about Liverpool or no confidence, I would say. So yeah.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, go ahead,
Who's
Ayo.
Man United playing?
We are playing Porto away
How
in
do
the
you feel
Europa
about
League.
it?
Not good. Again, I want to see his selection and the first 15 minutes. That will determine how this game is going to go.
Who,
But
who would be on the team sheet for that game that will make you be confident? Like,
good question. Ericsson, I would love to see Ahmad and Garnacho. I would love to see Hoyland. I would love to see Ugarte back still. I would love to keep the defense the way it is and just play to a possession based system and connect the dots up top. I think Xerxes needs some time off. I don't think he's ready yet. And I think Rashford should come in from the bench, maybe give Anthony some minutes in the second half, see what he can do. But I would start Ericsson as a 10 and just see what happens. Again, there's something about that last 30 minutes against Spurs that I was actually encouraged about that I would like to see more of. And that can only happen if Ten Hag doesn't pick his favorites.
Mm.
Are you sure that didn't happen because they were just angry? They were unhappy. They were upset.
I think it's that and what Ayo mentioned about taking the foot off the gas from a Spurs perspective. It's both, but I can only take what I see in terms of performance and build on it. And to me, that last 30 minutes was impressive,
Yeah, it
even though they
looks
were
like
losing well.
Man United was playing Real Madrid because of the white color of
Shots
Tottenham.
fired.
I
On
kept
that,
looking like
oh my gosh. On that
I need
note,
them
amigos,
magnifier.
thank you so much for your time. We will be wrapping up today. Thank you so much. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts about these predictions, these reactions, and what's about to happen in Europe. I guess the banter continues from a United perspective, but we love the game. We love you all. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your week. As always, amigos, stay positive.